Hi, all you healthy humans. Welcome to New Leaf Table TV. I'm your host, Chef E, and today we're making seared lamb chops with roasted carrots, because why not? The lamb is so tasty. If you've never had it, definitely try these. It's going to be fire and change your life. Also, the roasted carrots with honey and aromatic spices are so flavorful. They're great for a special occasion or any weeknight meal. So first of all, we have our lamb chops. They're gonna be so tasty. They have lots of iron and psyllium and lots of those good omega-3 fatty acids. That's really great for lowering inflammation in your body. We have tons of herbs that are gonna go in the marinade for the lamb chops. I have rosemary, mint, parsley, dill, and thyme. The more herbs, the better. It puts tons of antioxidants into your food. It's also great for kids to get them used to different flavors. We have our carrots. Carrots are so rich in beta carotene. It's actually 4 times the recommended level of beta carotene in carrots. It's what gives them that nice yellow orangey color. They're very disease fighting, and they actually are really good for your eyes. We have our grass-fed butter. We have shallot and garlic and a nice lemon that we're gonna put in the marinade and give us lots of vitamin C. We have honey that's antiviral. We have all of our herbs and spices, and then ghee that we're gonna sear the lamb chops in, as well as bone broth, because we're gonna make a quick pan sauce at the end to go over our lamb chops. So let's get started. First of all, we're gonna preheat our oven to 425 degrees because we're gonna wanna roast the carrots for about 20 minutes while we work on our lamb chops. Let's take our carrots. So these carrots have these wonderful tops on them. It's great for making a chimichurri or a homemade vegetable broth. You can also make a nice pesto with them, or you can compost them, anything you like. I'm just gonna chop them off real quick and set them aside. It's okay if there's a little stem left. That'll just add flavor to your carrots. So go ahead and put them on a baking sheet that's been lined with unbleached parchment paper and just spread them out. Next, we're gonna do avocado oil. And we're gonna drizzle about a teaspoon of honey. And then we'll do coriander, cumin, and salt and pepper. And then make sure everything gets nice and coated. Next, we're gonna use cumin. We're only using about 1/4 to 1/2 tablespoon of the cumin and coriander. And then salt and pepper to your taste. And most importantly, make for sure everything gets nice and coated with all of your marinade. Okay, now we'll pop these in the oven at 425 for 20 to 25 minutes or until they're nice and tender. And you can slide a fork through them, but you don't want them to be mushy, so make sure and take them out before that. Okay, now we're gonna make a quick marinade to go on our lamb chops. Now you can marinate your lamb chops overnight if you have time and you think about it. You can also just throw it on there right before we sear them. Okay, we're gonna put all of our herbs, our rosemary and dill and thyme and mint and parsley. It's gonna be so flavorful. Then we'll put about a tablespoon of avocado oil. And then we're gonna put 1 shallot. I'm just gonna roughly chop it. Then we'll add about 6 garlic cloves. And then we'll add the juice from 1 lemon. Next, we'll add about a teaspoon of allspice, and then salt and pepper. Now, I'm using a food processor to blend all this up. You can use an immersion blender, you can even put them in your normal blender, or you could chop them up really fine, whatever you have in your kitchen. You want the consistency to be kind of like a paste, so I'm gonna add a little more avocado oil just to give it a little more liquid. I'm gonna scrape the sides a little bit just to make sure we got everything nice and blended, and then blend it one more time. Okay, let's give it a little taste. So flavorful. And remember, this is a marinade, so you want it to be really strong. Now we'll just add it to our lamb chops. And then just coat them and make for sure all sides are nice and coated with our marinade. Okay, we'll let these sit for about 5 minutes while we get our pan ready to sear. Okay, now we're ready to sear our lamb chops. Go ahead and turn on your burner to medium-high heat. One of the keys here is you want to get a good sear on these lamb chops, so we want them high heat. Next, take about 2 to 3 tablespoons of ghee. You could also use butter if you prefer. We'll let that melt down. Okay, our ghee is melted. Now we're only gonna sear these on each side for 2 to 3 minutes. That will bring them to a medium level of doneness. I'm gonna add the extra marinade right on top just to keep them nice and seasoned. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna flip these guys. They smell so incredible. We got a nice browning sear on the first side. That's what you wanna see. Now they'll go for another 2 to 3 minutes on this side, and then we'll move them to a dish and let them rest for 5 minutes while we make our pan sauce. Okay, our chops are nice and brown. Let's get them off the heat. And we will let those rest for about 5 minutes. Next, turn your heat down to medium, and we're gonna add half a cup of bone broth. I love fond bone broth. It's great quality and super tasty. This one is their spring clean. It has lemon, radish, onion, and garlic. So it's already kind of flavored, so it helps you flavor your sauce that we're making. Next, we're gonna add 2 to 3 tablespoons of grass-fed butter. And we're gonna let all this kind of melt down in the pan. You wanna scrape all these brown bits off the bottom of your pan. And we're just gonna make a quick pan sauce. Okay, you wanna keep stirring your sauce for 2 to 3 minutes until the sauce thickens. If your sauce is still a little watery, you can use some arrowroot powder just to help thicken it. Back in the day, we used to use flour. So arrowroot is gluten-free, and it's a great way to thicken your sauces, and it's still on the healthier side. You want to make for sure and stir your sauce and get all of those yummy brown bits off the bottom of your pan. All right, this is looking great. We're gonna take it off the heat here in just a second. All right, it's ready to go. So our carrots are ready. Let's get them out of the oven and then we'll plate up our chops. Okay, everything smells amazing, so let's get it on the plate so we can eat. Grab your lamb chop and a couple of these delicious carrots. And then we'll put some of our sauce right over the top of our chop. So yummy, delicious. There you have it, seared lamb chops and roasted carrots. Thanks for watching New Leaf Table TV. Until we dine again, farewell, healthy humans. To subscribe to New Leaf Table's meal plan service with weekly meals and easy delivery through your existing Amazon Fresh membership, visit our website at newleaftable.com. And also, please hit the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. Also, the roasted carrots with honey and aromatic spices are so flavorful. They're great for a special occasion or any weeknight meal. So, I don't know what I was going to say. So let's get started, but let me go through the ingredients. They are so rich in iron and psyllium, and they have lots of those omega-3 fatty acids, which is really great with hoeing. So I'll just say that again. Okay. We have lots of herbs and spice. No, I don't want to say that. Redo it. We have tons of herbs that are going to go in the marinade. I have rosemary, mint, parsley, thyme, and dill. Okay. Now we'll put these in the oven at 425 for 20 to 25 minutes or until they get nice and tender, and you can slide a fork through them. And you can slide a fork through them, but you don't want them to get, I don't want to say the whole thing. Now you can marinate your lamb chops overnight if you have time and you think about it. You can also just throw it on there right before we sear them. So that's what we're going to do right now. You can do it differently if you want. I don't know. I had nothing else to say. Okay. Now we're ready to sear our lamb chops. So go ahead and start your pan. Start your pans, your engine pans. But I hate saying stove because I'm like, that sounds old school to me. Like my mom turned on her stove. So we should turn on our burner. Turn on a burner and heat your pan. Now we're gonna sear these lamb chops on each side for only 2 to 3 minutes. That'll give you a nice medium doneness. Nice medium. That will make them medium. Grab your pork chop. Sorry. Lamb chop. That was a fail.